Welcome to everybody who's joining us on our Facebook live stream. This is, again, the daily update on the snow and ice response following our storm last weekend. Again, joining us today is Terry Schmidt, our General Manager of Transportation and Construction, and also online, available for any questions, is City Manager Jeff Jorgensen. So we'll get right into it, and I will turn things over to Terry Schmidt. Go ahead, Terry.
Thank you, Mark, and good morning, everyone. As Mark mentioned, my name is Terry Schmidt, and I'm the General Manager of Transportation and Construction for the City of Saskatoon. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to travel throughout the city and inspect some of the streets. Our crews have made great progress over the last few days and nights, and will continue to work 24 hours a day until residential streets are cleared on all city neighborhoods. The residential clearing schedule is available at Saskatoon.ca/snow. And this is a very fluid schedule and subject to change based on weather conditions and contractor availability and production. It changes multiple times a day as we are updated on contractor progress, so please check it frequently. Progress is better than anticipated, and many neighborhoods have been bumped up the schedule. Should this pace continue, we're estimating bringing mobility back to every residential neighborhood sooner than the original planned date of Friday this week. Our first priority continues to be to improve mobility to as many residents as quickly as possible, and that's where our efforts are focused. This will mean that there may be impacts on parking availability in the neighborhoods when snow clearing is completed. Residents are not required to move their vehicle, but if able, crews will appreciate more space to complete the work and the ability to clear streets more fully. Piles of snow left on streets after snow clearing will vary by neighborhood. This is because it's dependent on the street's width and the amount of accumulated snow. We will endeavor to use alternate storage areas and minimize the piles. There may be ridges left adjacent to cars, and residents will be responsible for removal adjacent to their vehicles that may be needed to get out of the parking spot. Please reach out to friends and neighbors if you cannot clear these away on your own. We ask residents not to move snow back onto the cleared streets. After the initial pass through a neighborhood, at times, piles of snows have been left in places that interfere with someone's ability to pull in and out of their driveway, or possibly another inconvenient situation. These situations have been identified, and crews have begun returning to these locations for cleanup work. After clearing has been completed in all neighborhoods citywide, crews will begin returning to streets for additional cleanup work. Nighttime work might cause some noise disturbances, and we apologize for that. But working through the night will significantly reduce the schedule to complete the work. As city crews continue to clean up after the severe winter storm, our crews are making every effort to perform scheduled garbage and recycling collections. Part accessibility on some streets and back lanes will be a determining factor. So please place your cart in front or 4 feet to the side of all snowbanks, not on top or behind. The schedule for residential snow clearing was developed so that it didn't overlap with schedules collection. However, there will be some instances, particularly now with some neighborhood schedules being bumped up, where this may not be the case. And in those situations, crews will move the bins onto driveways and then move them back onto the street. This will not affect situations where collections are completed on back lanes. With the huge accumulations of snow, the clearing operations are resulting in some snow piles. For your safety and the safety of your children, we ask that no one climbs on the snow piles or builds tunnels through them, as the weight of that snow could be very dangerous. This was an extraordinary event, and we remind you that winter driving conditions remain while the extensive cleanup is underway. So please drive with caution and continue to avoid unnecessary travel if you can. Our crews are sanding and salting to treat ice as snow is being cleared from the roads. Please keep an eye out for the blue and amber flashing lights on snow equipment. Stay 2 to 3 vehicle lengths behind and be prepared to stop quickly. We know all neighborhoods across the city have been impacted by this storm. We are working to get all neighborhoods as quickly as possible. Our crews will be going to back lanes as well, with the initial focus on those back lanes with garbage pickup. As of this morning, clearing has been completed on 28 neighborhoods across the city. Clearing is underway as well in an additional 20 neighborhoods. By tonight, clearing will have been completed or work underway in a total of 48, or nearly 75% of the residential neighborhoods on the schedule. As I mentioned earlier, please check the schedule at Saskatoon.ca/snow frequently for when your neighborhood is scheduled. We're also continue working on clearing snow in school zones, So windrows or snow ridges remain in the parking area. The removal of these windrows is underway at 100 plus school zones across the city. In the meantime, we ask that everyone exercise extreme caution while navigating school zones when snow ridges may impact pickup and drop off as well as sightlines. Much work has been completed, but we will not let up until all neighborhoods are mobility restored. We're throwing everything we've got at this to help you and your family get where you need to go safely. We are working around the clock, day and night, and we've hired local contractors to help us. There are nearly 300 crew members with plows, sanders, graders, tandem loaders, and dump trucks. And I would like to thank all city and contractor personnel that have been working day and night since this storm began. They have sacrificed time away from friends and family to get this city moving around again as quickly as possible. Once again, thank you for helping your neighbors, remaining patient during the citywide snow cleanup, and for staying safe around the snow removal equipment on our streets. Saskatoon Transit is operating on regular schedules with a few minor disruptions not related to the snowstorm on several of our routes. So we encourage you to use Transit app, Google Transit on desktop, or visit Saskatoon.ca to check on the transit schedule, routes, and any service alerts when planning your trip. Please also visit Saskatoon.ca /snow for, as I mentioned, information about the residential snow clearance schedule, links to our news releases, which provide valuable information on our progress and other service updates, news conferences on our YouTube channel, and general information on our priority road system, snow clearing program, and some of the questions you might have.